Hi, I'm Pablo Woolls-Blanco, and welcome back to Trungle Parc, where Mousehole take on Cadbury Heath in the Western Premier League. Cadbury Heath come here in 18th place, that's just second from bottom, and they are struggling so far this season. However, they made life very difficult in the reverse fixture for Jay Cash's side. Mousehole went to this fixture knowing they can go second in the league today if results go their way, and Jay Cash will be looking to see a dominant performance from his side as they look to push towards the top of the table. Fletch, Cadbury Heath at home, chance to go second if results go away. How are you feeling?
Yeah, good. It's been a different week. No training this week. Obviously, we had the Les Phillips Cup on Tuesday, so a little bit of a bitty week. Nice to have a break on Thursday, and it's nice to be back home. I know our results have been good, but it feels like we can try and put on a good performance today. We need to do that.
How's the feeling in the group now in this critical period of the season? You know, like you say, results have been good at home, but performances haven't been. But how is the team feeling as we enter such a massive stage in the league?
I think slightly different to last year. I think no one's getting ahead of themselves. There's 4 or 5 teams pushing for 2 or 1 or 2 spots. I think last year it was very similar, but it was very new to us. So I think the feeling is different this year. Of course, we're a little bit giddy and excited because it's February and we've got something to play for. But we have to. It sounds boring, but we've got to take one game at a time, and that's literally what we're going to be doing.
Mousehole played some fantastic football over the course of the 90 minutes and opened the scoring with 19 minutes on the clock as Mark Goldsworthy fired in the rebound of an effort from Jack Bray Evans. Moments later, Mousehole added a second with Bray Evans again turning provider, this time for Callam Mconie, who picked up his second consecutive goal in the league. Mousehole killed off the game 10 minutes before half-time when another effort parried by the goalkeeper was poked over the line by Jack Calver, who later had to go off alongside Bray Evans due to injury. It's half-time here at Trungle Parc, and you've got to say, perfect day at the office for Mousehole so far. 3-0 they lead here against Cadbury Heath. They've been perfect, as I say. Jay Cash's side have been superb. Goals from Callam Mconie, Mark Goldsworthy and Jack Calver are the difference between the two sides, but Mousehole, apart from the goals, have dominated possession, chances. Cadbury haven't had a sniff. Second half awaits here. Mousehole been totally dominant. Mousehole could have had plenty more goals in the second period and got their fourth just 7 minutes into the restart when Goldsworthy picked up his second of the afternoon after some very good work by Jack Simmons, who had come off the bench. Just when the Seagulls looked as though they'd settled for 4, Andy Elcock, who was superb in midfield all game long, brilliantly set up Hayden Turner, who coolly slotted into the corner, giving Mousehole a 5-goal victory to go alongside a huge 3 points. Jack, previous weeks at Trungle, we've had the results, but maybe not the performance to go with it. Was that everything combining there to make a perfect day at the office?
I think it was the closest we've been this season. Yeah, I just said the same to Jake. I said that's, I think, probably the most complete performance we've had at home all season. We've put ourselves in really good positions at half-time before, and then not gone for the jugular in the way that we would have liked and conceded sloppy goals or whatever. So I think getting the clean sheet was massive today. I'm really pleased for Ollie in that regard. I know how important those are to him and to the defence. So I think that was great. But we controlled the game for 90 minutes. I think the only criticism would be for the last maybe 10-15. We just stepped off it. But that happens when you're in complete control of a game, doesn't it? But yeah, that was the closest it's been this season at home for me. Yeah.
We know you as a coaching staff have been very impressed with training since the turn of the new year. Was that more of what you've been seeing in training on the pitch today?
Yeah, I think look, the lads are relentless all the time. They really are, not just in what they do at training, but their commitment to getting to training and the amount, obviously, we train during the week. Jake wanted to have a bit of a chat at the start of the year because he just felt that standards were dropping a little bit, and for one reason or another we weren't able to meet. And then we had training on the Tuesday and the Thursday, and the lads were superb, and Jake went, actually, the lads have corrected it themselves. So it's all down to them, to be fair, in the way they apply themselves at training. And then it just is such an easy transition to come into a Saturday. And I think that's probably where our disappointment has been sometimes on a Saturday, is that the Tuesday and the Thursday is so good. We just expect it on a Saturday, and it's not always as straightforward as that. So, but a lot of that is a lot of today is done on the training pitch. Yeah, and since the turn of the year, the boys have just stepped it up a gear and have just been exceptional, especially with a lack of games as well. They really have turned it on. Yeah.
Finally, one last question. Any injury update from Jack Bray Evans and Jack Calver from their point of view?
I think Jack's hungover. Jack Calver's hungover. No, he's fine. I think he took quite a blow to the side of the head. And when you don't see it and it comes in your blind side, you're not braced for it. They can be quite painful. But he was alright. He was just feeling a bit dizzy before half time, so we just took precautions and taken him off. But he'll be fine. He's a bit of a warrior. And Jack's been icing. Jack Evans has been icing it since half time. Just a bit of inflammation. So we'll get him into the physio room and see what they say. But I don't know any more than that. But they're both fairly upbeat, and I think Jack Calver just needs to go home and rest and certainly not go out tonight. Yeah.
Andy, 5 goals, 3 points. Perfect day at the office?
Yeah, could say that. Maybe not perfect. We could have had a few more goals, couldn't we? Created loads of chances, played really well first half. Don't think they could really match our passing and intensity, really.
Your role today in the team was quite key, almost a controller. You got the assist at the end there too. Were you pleased with your individual display today?
Yeah, I guess so. Nice to get an assist, nice to get a little bit higher up on the pitch every so often and join attacks a little bit more rather than just start them. Again, could have had a couple of assists if a few people put the ball in the back of the net. But quite pleasing. Got lots of the ball. Thought it was enjoyable.
It's full time here at Trungle Parc and it's Mousehole 5, Cadbury Heath 0. Perfect day at the office for Jay Cashier's side. The first half was superb. Second half, not quite as good as the first, but again, professional performance from Mousehole. Very dominant from minute 1 to 90, and that's much better from Jay Cashier's side, performance-wise and result-wise here at Trungle Parc. Really good day at the office. Bridgewater have also dropped points, which means Mousehole now go second, and if they win all the games in hand, can go top of the league. A very good day at the office here at Trungle Parc. It ends Mousehole 5, Cadbury Heath 0.